Right, it's your girl Sweet Lee back for Let the Youth Live. And we've got the wonderful Ricky Vintage going to be up next. Really looking forward to getting up on the live. Massive shout out to Thomas Withano. Big up to Ryan. Pop Patrol, how you doing, man? Big up. You all ready for Sunday? Yeah, so if anybody's out there not following Let the Youth Live, we're on all social platforms. We're all about solutions to keeping our young people alive. Now, we're on, all social platforms. Our website, www.lettheyouthlive.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, Let the Youth Live, where we concentrate on solutions to keep the young people alive. It's peak times right now. Thomas says, good luck, Ricky Vintage, you'll smash it. He always does Ricky. You and Let the Youth Live has such positive spirits, is contagious. That's what we love to hear. Where's Ricky? Right, let me see if I can add him up. I know he was here before. Right, bless him. Right, let's go, Ricky. Here we go. Right, now hopefully he'll come back soon. Now, I'm just going to talk before Ricky comes on. I have requested him, but I'm just going to talk briefly, right, about the initiatives that we've got going on right now. Very quick, simple initiatives. Don't take much effort, right? But if everybody does it, we can change the law, all right? Now, if you first time to the podcast today, please check out our previous episodes, right? We've been doing this consistently for at least a year now, all right? We've been doing lives with people across the UK, just talking about solutions, and not only talking about them, actually doing stuff, all right? So we have the petition, right, that's in our bio, which is 3 massive things that will keep our youth alive, all right? And also the Sunday initiative. Right, it says Ricky can't join. Well, I'm going to try again. All right. The other thing is Sundays, 4 o'clock, make noise. Say no to knife crime. Right. Now, if we can all come out for that, we will get the emergency Cobra meeting where we can change laws. Right. I'm just going to try adding up Ricky now. Hopefully we'll be able to get him on. Let's hope so. Big up to Layla. How you doing? Massive shout out to you. Yay!
Come on, come on.
Ricky! Oh my God!
Ricky!
It's so
You
good
know
to
already.
see you.
How have you been? How have you been? You been okay?
Yeah, I can't complain. I just keep myself busy. Keep myself distracted. But yes, can't complain. I really.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said, man. You're looking well as well.
Glowing.
You too. Born handsome, you know. Born handsome. Isn't it? But yeah, man.
But thank you for joining us today. It's a real privilege to get you on. All right.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
We have the superstar from Brum, man.
Come on, Ricky! Ellis. Yeah. Isn't it?
Not only you are a sick artist, I love your music. We have met before on Rep Your Ends, and you smashed that.
Yes.
Smashed that. And once I'm back to Best in Britain interviews again, all right, I'm definitely going to get you on, all right, because I will be going back to that, going fully back into my Best in Britain. But I found I have to, this Let the Youth Live. It's it's so urgent, Ricky. I know. I can't even relax, because we're losing so many of our young people.
I know. And then look at that. Rest in peace to Jamal Edwards the other day. That's West London's heart, you know. So like, it's a serious thing that's going on right now. And I think that a lot of us ain't even aware or woken up to what's happening, you know, and how important our health is and our mental state, like as human beings. So you're right, you nailed it.
And mental health, I mean, it's always been a big problem, but since the COVID, it's way out of hand. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to push for, you know, like mental health hubs where people can just go in. And we need that.
It's so needed, you know, and I think there's a lot of little projects that's coming up as well, but I think they just need a lot of more investment and support to kind of push their ideas, you know, as well as that, because since the lockdown, a lot of young people, they're suffering from mental health problems and they don't even know it.
Yeah,
you know?
They don't know what it is,
They don't even know what it is. So they're going out on the streets, getting themselves into problems at school, then bringing them problems back home. Their parents are going through their own mental stress problems from work and these little things. So there's no one to kind of nip that in the bud, like whilst it's kind of just growing. It's just a problem that's stemming higher and higher and higher and higher until something bad happens.
Yeah. It's just, you know, that you know something will happen if nothing is nipped in the bud. And it's like they don't, there's no, like, priority, like, to sort out mental health. But that needs to happen. I mean, I signed a petition, because I know I've started my own petition up, but when I was doing that, I happened to look at some of the other petitions that were there. And there were some brilliant ones. Like there was a brilliant one for mental health, and it's got a massive amount of signatures on it already. So I've signed and added my name to that. I've tried to encourage people to do similar, rather than start from scratch your own campaign petition, because it's been, Ricky, it's been like pulling teeth, right? to get the signatures. Yeah. And I've only just, I've been going around twisting arms, you know, gentle persuasion, then like rants.
Yeah, but there has to be a cause. Like I was saying, there has to be something dramatic that happens. Like every community, everyone's lost somebody. You know, down here in Birmingham, not too long ago, one young guy, 17, 18-year-old, got stabbed outside the shop, you know, and he passed away. And in London, there's several cases. Yeah, there's several. It's not bad. It's becoming bad, you know. And it wasn't like this when I first came down here, but it's something that's growing. But then at the end of the day, like when you hear about a death in your community, it doesn't just scar the family; it scars the whole community. You know, that young person's friends have now lost a friend that they were playing outside with yesterday. Now they still have to play outside in the same place where they lost him. No one's there to help with that.
No.
So I believe that a lot of young people need to get the mental support in schools. Like there needs to be mentors that go into the school, that comes to the house, that brings this young person out to kind of say, okay, this is your kind of problem. This is how we can fix it. And there's a solution. And then introduce them to people like yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's part of an initiative that we are going to be doing, just what you said, you know, like going into schools. But I'm I'm working on getting the team together, and I've got so much going on right now. Like, you know, you just think, oh my God, I have to, get everything in order. But I know we will be definitely doing that. So it's so necessary. I know it needs to be done as soon as, and I will be, pushing that. It's definitely, mental health is a huge issue, and it affects all of us across the board. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely, everyone, no matter how old you are or how young you are, mental health hits everybody the same or different. You know, and whether you know it or not, after lockdown, I feel like we all got a mental health problem. If you're in denial to say, no, I haven't got mental health, after lockdown, you definitely got something.
Something, you know? I know. It's true, though. Like, you just can't believe what's gone on, can you? Like, none of it makes sense, and it's just, but we just keep it moving and try and sort things out going forward. I'm going to read a few messages. Big up to Thomas. He actually messaged me and said how wonderful you are. But I said, I know how lovely Ricky is.
He's a legend on the piano as well. He's amazing on the piano. He's amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to check you out, Thomas. All right. But piano's very hard. I played piano up to about bloody hell grade 6, and then it got really hard because I played a lot of instruments, Ricky. Like lots.
What instruments did you play?
I play flute, guitar, piano, saxophone. So I was all classically trained.
What is it?
That's why I can tell good music when I hear it. You see?
Yes, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know if someone's in tune or if they're on the bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's all come in handy. So I know when I hear it, and it's like, yep, I know, yeah, it's bang on.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah. Right. What else does like Thomas is saying? Ricky Vintage, come to my cherry tea and coffee morning. Mondays at Boston Tea Party in Solihull, 10 till 12, to support adults with anxiety and depression in Solihull, Brum. You're both more than welcome. That's an invite to both of us.
Message it to us in their message. Message it to us in their message.
Yeah. Definitely. And do you know what would be lovely? We should do a live. We could do a live, couldn't we? One time,
yes,
Thomas. Yeah?
Yes.
I think that would be brilliant.
I would love that.
Yeah, I really, really would. Definitely. Right, big up to Fiona, Trade with Linda, D1 Official, Aspire for Change. Big up to you, man. Big up to Boo Becker as well, my darling. Congratulations. She just got married as well. Oh, I do love a wedding, man. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, to you and Jester. Oh, she looked absolutely beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, like congratulations.
Has she got her dress already?
Yeah, she was wearing it. Yeah.
No, what colour?
The other day. White. She's it's beautiful wedding, man.
You know what? A lot of people believe in marriage nowadays. I'm a proper marriage man. I want to get married one day.
Oh,
you know,
me too, Ricky.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready.
Bless you, man. But yeah,
MJ Shoot.
What's that?
This is the best. MJ Shoot. He's in the comments, just there. He's a brilliant photographer. That's the guy that took all the pictures on my page.
They're stunning, man. Oh, I loved them. I was going to ask you who did those. Yeah,
there he is, right there.
I will promote you, MJ Shoots. All right, okay. And I was going to say, did he film the Digbeth?
No, he done the photography. Yeah, that's another guy altogether. A guy called Gav.
Oh, okay.
You know. Yeah, we're literally getting that, and that's going to be coming out real soon. We're looking at the end of March, so that one should be. So
do you want
that's
to tell
looking
people
good.
a bit about that? Because I saw episode 1.
Of course. Hey! You know what? Welcome to Digbeth is basically like a documentary which shows people that's not from Birmingham what Digbeth is about. You know, like for me, Digbeth is a very important area because it's a place where I go and do my music. I perform there. It's giving me opportunities. It's got a brilliant nightclub. Like it's like a bit like what's that area? Shoreditch in London.
Oh right, yes, that's really busy, lively. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. So I thought, let me do a documentary which kind of explains all of that about Digbeth, what's in Digbeth, the art in Digbeth, the graffiti all over the place, like, and just show people that's outside of Birmingham what Digbeth is about. And it's going to be 5 episodes, you know. We've done episodes. We're literally working on it and getting all of them together. By the end of March, the first episode should come out with episode 1 and 2.
Wicked.
And then so and so and so. And then, yeah, I've got a few other stuff. I got a song that came out today as well, One Eye Closed. That came out today. Yeah,
Have
so
I
I just
got? I don't
uploaded.
think I've got that. Have I?
I'm gonna email
You
it
need
over
to
to you.
send
I'm
me
gonna
that.
email it to you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna email it over to you.
Yeah. Wicked.
So you can vibe to it, definitely. You know, so there's a
Wicked.
lot that's happening as well. A lot that's happening. I done some filming with E4 as well the other day as
Oh,
well. So
yeah.
yeah,
And
that
what was
was
that?
good.
What was you doing on that? What was that
You
about?
know what that one is to do? That one's to do. I'm gonna be on an episode of Embarrassing Bodies. You know,
Oh,
so
what bits are you
yeah,
getting
I
out
didn't.
then?
Me and my handsome body, my own fit and everything's coming up. Nah, I didn't get a scene for me to go and show my body. They were
Okay.
asking for people to ask questions about sex and different little
Oh,
things.
okay. Yeah.
So I thought, so I got a scene where I'm coming in there, I'm asking a question. I asked, does weed decrease the size of my penis? You know,
Weed.
like
Weed.
does does smoking weed decrease the
Oh,
size of my penis?
yeah.
You know,
Did you
so
get
that
an
was my
answer?
embarrassing question. I did. I did. Would you like to know?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they said? You know what they said? They
Yeah.
said, you know, when you smoke it gets when your brain have enzymes in your brain that kind of get lazy, you know? So
Oh.
that you have the same enzymes inside your penis as a man. So when you smoke sometime, you may
Yeah.
not be able to get an erection, you may get a hard-on erection depending on what weed you're smoking.
Oh.
But he said it doesn't decrease the size of your penis. So I was
Oh.
like, yes!
That's good, man. But yeah, that
You
that
know?
program though, that embarrassing body thing, like I don't think I could just go on and get my bits out. You know, like if I was scared to go doctors in the first place, but I'm happy to
Yeah.
go on TV and go, there you go. Like, I
You
remember I
know
saw
what?
some guy who had at one time, and he had it was piles, but
Mm. Mm-mm.
it was like Cumberland sausages.
Ah!
That's like,
Oh,
I'm not being funny. There's no way I'm going on there. Like, if I had
you
though,
you
I'd
know
rather go
what? I even
doctors.
said,
I'd
I
rather go
said to the
doctors.
casting crew, you need me to get naked, I have no problem getting naked, brother. You know, I'll just whip it all out. But it's like, all we need is a question. We don't need you to do the
Yeah.
question, mate. I was like, okay, then no
Oh.
problem. No problem. You know?
Oh.
So yeah, that was it. But it was a bit of fun. And then when that comes out on TV, the end of March, along with the first episode, my mixtape should be coming out in April.
Brilliant.
So
So lots of
it's a,
exciting things.
yeah,
Yay. And I was going to say
yeah,
in your Digbeth like documentary, so you were in, was it racing cars? I saw you in cars. What was that?
yeah. And what's it called? That was literally Learn to Drift. So down here, around the corner from where I am, it's a company called Learn to Drift.
Yeah.
And the council was trying to shut them down. And
Oh,
along that process of shutting them down, they're saying there's too much noise in the community. Da, 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 da.
God.
But the reason that they're there to help the community is to stop young people drifting on the roads. So it gave young people somewhere
Yeah,
to
so you
go
can
to
do it
drift their
there.
cars, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense
So, and
rather than let them, yeah, just do it outside of that. Just make space for
exactly.
them. So is that still going then? They're trying to stop it, or
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Is there any
yeah. That's still
petition or
going.
anything we can sign or anything we
Yeah.
can do?
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put. I think we should have like either a little chat or link you both together or a little group or
Mm-hmm.
something where you and Learn to Drift can chat. Cause there's a few company people down here that I
Yep.
think that a connection from Birmingham to London, if you both speak, getting the MPs involved from London
Yeah.
MPs and Birmingham MPs,
Yep.
you will have a very strong chance of getting funding. You know?
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. But that
Mm-hmm.
needs to be saved. I'll do anything within
Mm-hmm.
my
More heat.
power to try and do what I can, because that sounds
Mm.
amazing. It looked brilliant. I wasn't sure what was going on, but it looked amazing. So yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely push that. And I
Mm.
seriously need help with my petition. All right.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was
anyone
gonna
out
say.
there, please sign it in the bio, right? I'm
In your
asking
page.
for, nobody's ever asked for this before from the government, all right? So
Mm.
bleed control made law, right? So those cabinets and those kits, they should be law for licensing conditions for pubs, clubs, right? Public buildings. And I'm just going to say as well, so Digbeth, right? How I ever heard about Digbeth was the lady that I work with from Birmingham, Lynn Baird, who made the bleed control kits up and got them authorised by the ambulance. She lost her son at a pub in Digbeth. He was stabbed in the heart and he didn't make it to the hospital and he bled to death outside. Yeah, I think he just got to the hospital. So she researched everywhere because she couldn't understand how a young, healthy man bleeds to death. You know what I mean? He's fit, he's healthy. It was one stab wound. And then she found out the pub didn't even have a first aid kit, let alone a catastrophic bleeding, anything to stem the bleeding. So that's why she's so determined to get these out, right? We know they save lives. They should be law, right? There's no, we are working on trying to get some the law into the defibrillator law that's going through Parliament at the minute, right? So my petition is backing that up, right? So although we're doing stuff, right, I'm giving people the opportunity to just put a signature. It would take 30 seconds to say, yeah, we do need this to keep the kids alive. So it's the bleed control, public buildings, etc., made law. The other thing I'm pushing for, right, because we've got Brixton and Croydon have started their own patrols, right, their own community patrols. Now Brixton have been doing it for quite a long time. They've been doing a school patrol where they make sure the kids get to school and back.
Is that what's his name? What's his name up there? There's a guy from Brixton, a young black guy.
I think you're probably thinking of Ras, probably. Is it Ras?
Yeah, I think so. In South London.
Yeah, I think he might have had something to. These are called Lambeth School Patrol, right? But they only do, they're volunteers. But my issue with just the community doing it is I feel that they're vulnerable. Same as our children are vulnerable. Adults are vulnerable as well, because what are they doing against Rambos? If there's an ambush, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? So what I've put forward, and this was the community talking, right? Throughout this year, when we've talked about patrols, everybody said, we need to do what we had years ago, which was neighbourhood patrols, right? But no, not just police, because nobody trusts them, right? So I know we need something. So what we're saying is we want patrols for to and from school and after school, because our kids are being murdered outside McDonald's, on the bus. We've got knife fights. I don't know what it's like in Birmingham, but we're having knife fights school time, like on the bus, right? We've got my daughter.
This is mental health. This is mental health.
That's not normal. Yeah.
No, an 11, 12-year-old carrying a knife and actually bringing out in broad daylight and trying to stab another 11, 12-year-old is not normal.
No.
You know, like, that is a mental health problem. That child needs to go through certain procedures. What mental health has he got? And he needs to be aware of this. You know what I mean? So he can now acknowledge this. So it's starting to spread. And you're right in what you just said. You nailed it. Like the school patrol thing and the community mentors. You know, that is key.
See, if the community oversee it, right, so then they can keep an eye on what's going on with the police. The police need to build up trust, right? They're spending a fortune right now, right, on building up the trust of the police, right? So what I put it to them at the mayor's office, right? I had anxiety that day as well, and I thought, I don't care. I'm going on and I'm fucking saying it, right? Because this is our kids. This is the future. You know what I mean? This is, and if I can't rely on other people to say it. I have to say it, you know. So that's on our petition as well, right? So patrols, school patrols, and that's not in school. We're not saying we want them walking around school, or it's to make sure they get home safe and they get to school safe.
It's the surrounding, just the outside surrounding.
Yeah.
Because every school has a front line of shops where there's like a parade of shops where they have sweets and there could be a fish and chip shop or something. If you have like mentors or community patrols in that area, you
and it's
can
like
prevent a whole. Yes.
They're talking.
Yes.
They're getting to
I
know
love
who's who. Instead of like, there's no communication. So, so that's what I'm pushing for. So the third thing on the list, and I may add to this petition, right? So my third thing, because I always knew it was bad in schools that there was, you know, knives being taken in, hidden in school. There's been incidents in schools, right? People coming to the school, coming for people, right? So what we're putting forward is something that Sadiq Khan tried it 4 years ago. He put metal detectors into 12 North London schools, right? But what I'm saying is, what happened? Why didn't he carry on, right? In the last 2 weeks, we've had teachers being stabbed in schools. We've had a boy doing his exams being stabbed up, right? We've had plenty of issues, people coming for people into the school, right? And then, I mean, we had recently, and I think, I'm not sure if that was over your way or not, I'm not sure, but there was an ambush just outside a school with 16, 15 people, and they killed him outside the school. And I mean, before, I mean, I've seen people being murdered outside nurseries, and the kids are walking into school looking like it's got to stop. I'm adamant that this is the year, right? And I'm going with people who are on board. I'm not here to persuade people how bad it is, right? Or explain to them, you know, right? Because I'm sick of that, right? The people who know, we know what's going on in the communities. We know how the trauma of all the people, you know, our communities and families and the children, like you say, their friends are being murdered, right? And they're having to go to school like the next
same
day.
school.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, it's true. It's very true. And it's like what S. Smith just said a second ago, if they were teaching medical techniques in school. So if a young person knew that, he can be helped.
That. Right. So we did our first, right. So what we've been raising the money, right, apart from doing this petition to get the law in for the bleed control, right, what we've been doing is we're raising the money to get the public accessible cabinets with the kits inside. So anyone who comes along after an incident, they can try and help, right? We're also putting the kits into schools, into 24-hour shops, right? But the other thing we follow it up with is training, right? So we show you how to use a kit, but also if you haven't got a kit, what you can use, what you can try, right? What will help, right? So the whole aim, is to get everybody educated across the UK, right? So they know what to do. When it's a sad state of affairs that we have. This is what we have to do, but we have to do it.
But who's have you got someone from North, East, South, and West London to help push the partition, or that's help making this happen?
Right. There's me. There's a lady in Nottingham. There's a lady in Essex. And in fact, they're all bereaved mums, actually. Another one in Manchester, right? They're fully pushing. Now, and the other initiative, the Make Noise, Let's Say No to Knife Crime, right? Which is another initiative we've started up, right? Which it's the easiest thing in the world to show support that you've had enough of all the kids being murdered and the knife crime and the gun crime and the violence and just all of it. 1 minute from people once a week. Now, what's been going on for the last, say, 10 years, right? I think we do need to recognise that once a week for 1 minute. Because it's disgusting. Like, I know so many parents and carers who have lost their children. One lady in particular, from last year, her son was murdered in his school uniform. She picked him up every day from school because she knew the area was quite, you know, there was a lot of things going on. He wasn't involved in anything. He just, it is
Wrong
really
place,
quiet. It had kicked off at the bus stop, and it was a day she was running late.
Oh.
And he was murdered. Now his school, it's an academy in, I think it's Woolwich, right? His school put out like a newsletter, and they recommended that kids do not hang about after school and they just go straight home. Because, and you know, there's nothing in place, right? So if anyone got stabbed in the same place again, or they got run over, or they got shot, right? There is nothing in that community to help keep them alive until the ambulance comes.
This is where we come in. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, even now, if we was to try and sit down and network with 4 or 5 different people, whoever's watching this chat, and wherever community they're from, and then get them to send us the information of their MP, or even the gangsters in their area. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is where it starts, and it's about having a meeting like this with all 4 or 5 of us in this chat.
We do this every week, Ricky, you know. Like, some weeks I do 4 a week.
I need to be involved. I need to see 4 or 5 people on the screen, and then at the end of this chat, this is what everyone's gonna do. I'm gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that. We're gonna talk again on Friday. Boom. That's what I need to get involved into. You know?
Because all we took, like, literally, we only talk about what can we do now. Like, I've got people across the UK who are writing to their MPs. Right? We're all the people who are on board. They're not ramping. They're writing to their MPs. They're pushing any initiatives. They're, you know what I mean? They're telling people. They're passing on knowledge to people, right? And that's what needs to happen. I'm just going to read a few messages out, all right, in case I miss anyone out. Big up to Black Cognac. Big up. Big up to Queen J as well. Enough love to you, my darling. She says, unfortunately, people don't care anymore. I remember when it took the village to help raise your kids. Yeah. And that's what needs to happen now, right? But what I'm seeing, because I had quite a big rant the other day when I come on the live. So I'm not, it's what I'm saying now is just go with the people who are on board, right? Because it's draining trying to persuade people, or the people who say, yeah, I'm with that, and I've got your back, and and nothing.
We need action. We need action.
I'm printing out the petition. I'm going to see whose name's on it, because this is about, right, if we don't do it now, right, I don't know when everybody's going to do it, because 4 years ago we tried a nationwide initiative, right? So your city says no, right? All them cities and towns got together, and we had to get road closures, we had to get permission for events, we done speakers, performances, a march, right? We done all of that, right? But and that didn't go anywhere, because there was quite a few things that happened along the way that steered that off course, which were some people getting on TV and pretending they weren't on a nationwide thing. They just started doing a big thing themselves, which kind of that up. And plus, they weren't asking for anything. And I kept saying it, what are you demanding? We're going to get all these people together. What are we asking for? And it's not good enough to say, oh, enough is enough. And leave
but what are we asking for?
Right, we know what we're asking for this time, Ricky. Right, I'm ready.
Go and tell me what we're asking for. Go and tell me what we're asking for.
There's loads of different things, but what we're asking for, right?
The main one.
We want an emergency cabinet meeting called by Boris, right?
Okay.
And when we get there, so all we have to prove is this is an issue that affects the nation.
Okay.
And it is. Okay, what angle you look at that, it's all of us.
Okay, if you look now, that meeting, has to entitle faces, equal opportunities. Let's just use that word. Yeah. Which means equality in a way. So you have black, white, Asian, you might even have Chinese, you know. As a visual image, they need to see young and old people. Me and you taking a picture together and showing them, yes, it's a start because I'm a young black face. Do you know what I mean? And then we show two different markets. But then for them to take us even more serious, when we get there, we know what we're asking for and we're talking their language. You know, we don't want to go too hood or too gangster or say we want this and no, we want to talk the right language that they're talking, and we're going to have the right people talk it for us. You understand? That speaks their language, and then we're going to just be there as a face to ensure what we're asking for happens. You know, and I believe from Birmingham to London, that London is the first capital in the UK. Birmingham's the second,
isn't it? I couldn't believe it. You're just one big city, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because we're all down here all the boroughs. But
it's very different. It's divided. Like they've really divided, like a black community, white community, Chinese community. It's like saying North, East, South, West London. You got the, let's say, South London and North London. You got Africans in South, and then North London you got Jamaicans. In East London, the posh side, you might have white people. In West London, you might have a bit more Chinese or Pakistani or something else. It's not like that in London. London's very multicultural everywhere. You know, so it's different mentalities. But back to what we're talking about, if we all sign your partition, get onto your partition, then have a meeting within ourselves first, and then once we're all on the same page and we all have a position to play, and we're not trying to override anyone else's position, then we're gonna try and get a meeting with the MPs and everybody else involved as well.
Right, so that's exactly what we want, right? That's exactly what we're working for. I have been saying for ages, right, we do these lives where we have all the community come on and we talk like this, right? We just talk real about what it's really like about out there, what needs to happen, how we're going to do that, right? It's about, getting the right people on board with the right, you know what I mean? And definitely I've been saying about doing maybe Zoom meetings that we can do. It's brilliant, right? Where we specifically talk about what action we're going to, because we do need to, like I keep saying, we need to tweak what we're asking for, right? So there's still more like we've dealt with a lot in the last year to get to the point of, right, this is what, you know, we are going to be asking for. We're now at tweaking it. Certain, you know, is this what we, you know, so we definitely, right? So I'll put you down, all right? For the meetings.
Definitely put me down. Definitely.
Right,
but what you said the first time, you nailed it, where you said it's a national meeting, a breaking national. The right name for it. What did you call it? Say it again.
Nationwide, national emergency. Nationwide, it affects all of us. Yeah. I said these same words 4 years ago, right? I'm going to put a post up that I did 4 years ago, right? And I'm saying it's a nationwide emergency. Our kids, you know, like. And I thought, hang on, this is 4 years on and I'm saying the same stuff. So this year I'm doing something different, right? I don't care who likes it, doesn't like it. This is about our kids, right? I don't care. I have to not care what anybody thinks. And we've just got to do it, right? So petition, right? So we've got that. So I need everybody's help, right?
I'm signing that as soon as we come off this. As soon as we come off this, I'm signing that. Yes.
Right, now the other thing I need help with, right, is the 4 o'clock on your doorstep, make some noise, right? But you don't have to be on a doorstep. We haven't had any footage of people beeping their car horns. Right? If do some of them. What I'm doing, I'm making up reels with images of people who are actually in support, right? The whole point is about spreading the word. I mean, I got all my neighbours out last week. I saw. Oh my God, I love my neighbours. I love them, mate. Oh my God. I saw that. In 20 minutes. So, so we're asking for 1 minute of noise, right? Now, if we can do that, Ricky, can you imagine, right? See if we could do that. We're a point where we've got people in different areas, you know, like somebody repping, Birmingham. We're in London, then we've got, you know, all the different towns and cities, and everybody's sending in clips and stuff, right? We will get on the news. it will get the attention that it needs to get. And I know this because of doing the nationwide thing in the past, right? This time, we know what we're asking for, right?
Yeah.
We know what we're
Yes.
asking for. And I know we
That's
haven't
why
got
I
a lot of
like
time
you, you
today.
know, sweetie. That's why I like you, you know. That's why I like you. You're smart.
I've done a lot of research, right? A lot. Right,
Yeah.
I definitely haven't got time to go into everything because I'm aware. I know you need to go studio and that as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, right. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do a few more lines breaking things down, right? Because there's certain things people are going to be shocked what's going on. That's why I'm so passionate, because I know that there's a lot that needs to happen, right? And if we don't actually action it and we just keep going, oh, let's sit down and talk about, you know, the reasons why, and we can do that, but let's action stuff at the same time, right? And I've put it on people this week. You know, I couldn't even get 100 signatures, and I'm on knife crime platforms where there's like 20,000 people, and I'm like, hang on a minute, right? And the noise on your doorstep, right? The reels are the four of us and our friends and family, right? So, right. So I'm hoping this week, you know, more people get involved. I'm hoping that even I want to try and get some journalists as well to at least, you know, mention that it's happening, so we get people to get involved.
Shout out Tommy Blogs. I don't know if he's in here right now, but there's a guy called Tommy Blogs. Then my past 2 blogs as well. Yeah, but this guy, he's in university studying the whole blogging thing and everything. I believe he's going to be the next big blogger. But that is the guy for definitely. But I think that we're going to do another chat, something like this, with myself, yourself, Startillery, and I'm going to try and bring in somebody else that's down here that kind of does the same thing you do, and we can all try have a chat and then make something happen. And I'll try and get everyone to sign your partition as well.
No, I'll definitely send you that. It is, I think it's in the bio as well, all right? So for anybody else who, but I send you the link anyway. It's been a real pleasure getting you on today. I could chat all week to you.
I know. And it's always lovely catching up with you, sweet.
You too. Definitely. And I can't wait to get back to music, because it's like I've turned, this is full time now for me, you know, because it's such a big issue and something has to happen. Like, you know, I've been racking my brains. My daughter's just ordered a PA system, right? For my grandson. And I said, you know what? I've been wanting one of them for ages. That's my next move. I'll be down at Parliament with the PA system.
I'll be standing right by you. Don't leave me out. Don't leave me out.
It has to happen, because they're not going to do anything if we have to do something. And I know how hard it is for people. I know what daily life's like, right? I know what it's like to be in suffering, having, you know, no money, having to work so many jobs. Like, but these are our kids, right? This is the future. And if we don't do something, like, this is the easiest thing I can offer people, right? So after, I'm going with the petition, I'm going with the noise on the doorstep, right? And I'm leaving it to people now, right? Because this is the opportunity. This is easy for them to do, you know. So it's up to people now to do it. I'm not, you know, and we just go with who's on board. And I said all this last Sunday as well, to just before we started the noise on the doorstep, because a lot of them were saying, oh, we're not, you know, no one's sharing the post and nobody's even commenting, and I said, just don't, you know what, just observe, right? Because going forward, we're not working with people like that, right? We just go with the people that are right, because we haven't got time. I don't know if you saw, did you see when I was in the newspaper quite recently, and the heading is, we haven't got time, because we haven't. We haven't got time. Like, there's no time. I've had, do you know, I'm waiting, right, still from Peckham, right, Southwark Council, still haven't given me permission to put the bleed control kit in.
Yeah, because you're a dangerous woman. They know you're the next Malcolm X of South London. They know.
I've got to look out for my
I'm scared of
community,
you.
man, because I just there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening here. There's no, like, when I checked it a couple of years ago, I'm like, what the hell? There's no opportunities. There's nothing in place for the kids. There isn't any safe spaces. There's, you know, and then bleed control as well. I mean, Birmingham was the first bleed control city, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
And you lot, right? What was different? What I loved about Birmingham, right? The way you, like, they've all got together, like, with their neighbours. They're raising money, right? Let's get a kit between us, and we put that on the high street. You see here, there's none of that. Like,
it's that in London, even when I was living there, it's spreaded. It's very. It's going to be hard. In Birmingham, it hasn't got here yet. The knife crime thing, and that hasn't got. So there's a lot more love in the air.
yes.
So if I was you, try and work backwards. Try and get it more down here, and then work your way back to London.
See, but you've got a lot of the kits over there. Like, let's put it in perspective, right? I put the first cabinet into Dulwich, right? Now, since then, there's 6 more in North London.
Okay.
But we've put out 400 cabinets across the UK.
Okay.
Right. Now,
at least you hit North and South London. That's the main ones.
Right. Peckham hasn't got one. Right. We paid for the cabinet. The cabinet's been ready to roll since November. Right. Somebody died in December in Peckham in a knife fight at 3:15 in the afternoon. My daughter had just missed it. Knife fight. Now, where were you from, Ricky, originally? Because weren't you from London?
Yeah, I was born in St Mary's Hospital in Kilburn, so in London, and then we lived in South Kilburn, and then I moved up to Ealing. So all the Ealing Borough, Norfolk, and that was before I came down to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to big up Legacy as well. That's the mum that I was talking about earlier, who lost her.
Oh, is it?
Now,
from down here.
She's come on the live quite a few times with me. You know, she's really trying to help any way she can with knife crime. But I feel for all these parents, man. They're losing their children.
You know what the thing is the count. Us as a community need to come together to attack the council for it. Our local MPs are getting away with murder. Like, they're not getting enough Twitter.
Mine hasn't even replied. I've been writing to mine. Right, that's why I'm going there, Ricky. I'm going to Parliament.
Yes!
I'm going.
Yeah, so that's why I like our DJs.
I'm going there. I'm going there.
Yes! Knock on the door!
I've got a big
I'm on it. Like, we need to, first of all, get a community. If that lady's inside here, anybody that you've worked with that you know that's high on the knife crime for young people, write a list down, and then we're all either going to have a Zoom meeting or an Instagram call, and then we're going to give everyone something to do. The aim of it is to give everyone something to do.
I love this, Ricky. I love it.
Yeah.
Because everything you're saying is what I visualized, right? When I always wanted to do the live. It was about the community working together, and all do it. Everybody fully on board who's involved, and we just do it. It's not like we have to remind each other. We just know that, like, we're going to crack on because it's so important. We're not going to let people down. We're just going to keep going until, and I keep saying this, I am positive that we will do it. I really believe fully that we can do it together. Definitely. I thought I lost you then because it was going.
Yeah, no, I saw that as well. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah. You're right. Keep going.
Yes, I'm determined anyway. So it's about like-minded people with the same determination, and we can definitely make change. But I love that. We will definitely. I'll write a list because I know fully who's on board, because it's not masses, right? So it's very clear to see who is on board, and who's about it. So we just go with that. We start the Zoom meetings, all right? And I'll write a list, all right? But I'm gonna let you go, Ricky, because I know you need to go to studio today. But bless you for joining us. I've really enjoyed having you on, as always.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, thank you very much. Isn't it?
And you know,
you have a lovely day.
You can join us anytime. You too, right? But anytime we're doing a live, you can always come on, request to come on. We'd love to hear from you, love to see you, all right? And I'll put you down on the list, all right? The list.
Thank you very much. You have a lovely day, honey. Yeah?
You too, all right?
Take care. Thank you. Bye bye. All
right?
Definitely, I'm going to send it to you now. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.
Enough love. Lots of love. Oh, that was amazing. Absolutely loved that. Really, really did. I feel really positive. You know, excited to work, you know, with other like-minded people going forward. But I'm definitely going to make that list, all right, of people who are on board. So just let us know, you know, if you want to get involved more. Big up to you, Howard, as well. Sending you lots and lots of love, my darling. Yeah, I was just saying before, shout out to N Stars Ferrari. How you doing? Lots and lots of love to you as well. And LVVV. Yeah, it's been an amazing live today. And also the one that I did previously as well with Paul from Sovereign Comics. But really excited going forward, right? Positive action that we are definitely gonna be implementing. We're already doing that, but we're asking, please get involved with the petition. The link is in the bio, all right? We're only asking to implement 3 life-saving initiatives to keep young people alive right now, right? We haven't got time to mess about. There's a load of us raising money to put the bleed control everywhere. It should be law, right? So sign the petition. Let's get it law, right? Then we can work on other solutions, all right? For when we get to the cabinet meeting. N-Star says, my face looks clean, eh? Hey. What soap are you using? Ooh. Enough love to you, yeah. Right, so what I want from everybody, please sign the petition, right? I want to see your clips this week, please, right? 30 seconds, 1 minute, right, of you making noise, either outside your house, in the street, on a bike, in a car, right, that I can add to my reels, all right, to promote the initiative, right, which in the long run is to get a meeting and get some law changed as soon as possible. It will take a matter of days once we get the meeting, but I need your help. I need you to tell people. I need you to get your friends, you know, even if you have to, you know, encourage them to sign the petition, encourage them, you know, to join you, making some noise on your doorstep. I mean, if I can do it, I've been doing it's 30 seconds. I think the death of our young people, we should be doing something minimum once a week. I mean, it's 30 seconds or a minute of our time to just say enough is enough, right? We're not standing for this, and this is going to be all of us, all right? So I'm looking forward to seeing some of your clips. I want to see one from you, N-Star. Beep up the place, yeah? Beep it up. I want to see your face on the reel this week, all right? I do. And Howard as well, please, if you can... some of you know, the young people, if we can get, even if it was them holding a sign, you know, saying make noise and knife crime, you know, let's all try and be a bit creative if we can, please. All right, the whole point is we want this initiative to spread. It's something very simple and easy, and if we can do this, we can do anything, and I mean anything. If we can do this, so lots of people across the UK do a minute of noise, right? It means that we could choose anything any week and go, right, we're not happy about this. Right, let's get that sorted. And we've got the people on board already who did the 30 seconds or a minute, right? It's a fact. We can change things, we can do it. But what I found, we're up against a lot of negativity in all of this, right? And a lot of times what I found, it's from places where you wouldn't expect the negativity. Platforms that are about anti-knife crime, about, you know, stopping the death of our children, right? But they're not promoting this. They're not supporting, right? So that's very difficult. So I'm asking all of you, please, right? We need you on board. We need your support, and we want you to spread the word, right? Now, I'm looking forward to seeing your clips. I will be out again on Sunday, right? Without a doubt. I don't know how many more neighbours I can round up, but I'm going to have a good go, and I'm proud of my neighbours, right? They were out there banging drums. They were out there banging saucepans, right? But, you know, just anywhere, wherever you are, make a noise, film it, all right? And we will push that, right? But what it's about is the end result where we get action from this, right? We know why we're doing it. And I keep saying to people is to get the law changed, right? And at the same time, we're doing a petition that's asking for the same thing. And on top of that, we're doing these lives consistently, all right? To back up everything what we're talking about and to progress what we want when we get that meeting, all right? Now, I want to send all of you lots and lots of blessings, more love, right? And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your, is it Thursday? Thursday evening, all right? Okay, so if you're not already following us, please do so on all social platforms. Let the youth live, and also check out previous episodes, all right? So then you know what subjects we've talked about, and we've talked about anything that concerns keeping our youth alive, all right? So please check out those previous podcasts. So on Spotify, add us up, and also Apple Podcasts, all right? Check out the website, www.letstheyouthlive.com, all right? But yeah, I'm just going to lock this off now, all right? And I'll catch you all later this week, all right? But lots and lots of love.